Welcome to this week's Downhill with Tina show. I have got a few really fun guests. The first couple are going to come on and talk about, it's Kiwanis International. It is the Kiwanis Club of Lancaster. And I'm not going to tell you quite yet. Well, then again, you probably already know. If you've been following me on Facebook, which I always welcome that you follow me on Facebook, because I typically will throw a picture, but maybe you know, maybe you don't. But if you don't, then it's going to be a surprise, because I like to give surprises to people, which at the end of the show, I've got some fun things that I'm going to share with you as well. But before I get to that, of course, very end of the show, I not only have a couple of folks from Kiwanis, I also have a gal who comes in from Sugar Grove to talk about something that they are doing this year. It is something that's been going on for many years, but we're going to find out so much more about it. Just don't go anywhere and stick around. But I want to talk with you. Tis the season to be jolly, and tis the season to go shopping. A lot of folks have been going online. I'm one of those people that I don't like to do online shopping. I call it a rabbit hole that I just don't want to go down, because not just because I feel that it could take up so much of my time sitting at home when I could probably be doing other things. It's because I am one of those people that I like to go and shop and physically touch it and be there and enjoy the whole experience of shopping. Rather I end up buying something that day or not, and I know it can sometimes be frustrating with people that are with me, but that's okay, as long as I'm happy and I get to go do it. And that is the kind of person that I am, and you may not be that way. But stick around if you want some ideas. I'm going to share some things about what I like, some of my favorite things throughout the years that I have come across, and some other things that I found online that I thought would be fun to share. Folks, don't go anywhere. It's Downhill with Tina. I'll be right back.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
Welcome back. It's Downhill with Tina. And I don't even think I have to announce who, well, maybe who, but what I'm going to be talking about on one of my segments on the show today. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I'm so excited because it is the Kiwanis Pancake Festival, and I have board members with me, Montanez and Dave Smith, and they're going to talk all about Kiwanis and share with us what the Pancake Festival is all about. Hey, you guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
You know what? I have to tell you,
time.
it is woo-woo, party time, party pancake time.
We've missed the last couple years for a couple reasons, and we're so excited to be back this year. So excited.
I have to tell folks that before we got started here, you all make me want to join Kiwanis because you two are hilarious. They are a lot of fun, and I can only imagine what it's like organizing this, getting it all ready and prepared for the big day of what day, Dave?
First Saturday in December at Lancaster High School. This year it's December 3rd. The hours are from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you don't have your tickets already, you can buy them at the door.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? We do have a lot of people that show up every year at 7 a.m. And I know when I was younger, which was a long time ago, it's getting longer all the time.
Right.
But I can remember even being in elementary school and going to the Kiwanis Pancake Festival. And we went at the same time every single year. And it's so funny that how many people do that. Like, we always know first thing in the morning, there's a car dealership that brings in all of their employees. And so that's fun for us every year too. And we're excited to get back to that after having a couple years off that we didn't want to have off, but it's going to be good times.
But Temple's right. There's a number of businesses that come in collectively. Auto dealers are the ones that make the grand appearance. But we have families and neighborhoods that come in together. And we've been doing this since 1959. I remember that year. But it's been a long time, and we were sorry to be not there for the last couple of years. But yeah, I can't do the math in my head. I don't know how many years that
We're right-brainers.
A few years, right, Dave?
60 years plus. Yeah.
Why did you decide Kiwanis to be involved with the Kiwanis International?
Oh, me personally?
Yes.
Because my friends were, and because my friends were, and I saw how much fun they were having, and all the projects they were doing. I think but I lived in Minnesota for a while, and then I came back in the 90s, and I joined shortly thereafter. And so we've had a wonderful time.
We laugh a lot.
We do.
We laugh.
And we have
we
fun
laugh
doing
and
what we're
giggle a lot,
doing.
Yeah.
And we had the biggest project we had was for the 100th anniversary celebration of Lancaster Club, Kiwanis Club of Lancaster. And we were going to build a playground out at Hunter Park, which is out on Lincoln Avenue, Route 22 East. And we thought, well, how much playground equipment do we need? And we'd been working with the Lancaster Parks Department for a lot of our other projects, the West Wall and other things at Rising Park and bathrooms at Rising Park. But anyway, parks has always been part of our thing because it helped kids and the
And that's our mission.
And that's it.
Yeah, is to help kids.
And so we said, well, how much equipment do we need and what kind of equipment? And then we realized that we have some playgrounds in Lancaster that have some equipment that is for all abilities. And what we said is let's dedicate one for everybody, grandparents as well as the grandkids and people in between.
Multi-generational, multi-ability.
And we said, well, it's 100 years, we'll get $100,000. Nope, won't even touch it. And the good news is that we collected and raised and got donations from numerous entities and foundations of their own, almost $500,000.
And one of the ways we do that is from the Pancake Festival.
Yep.
So the other way we do it is by selling gourmet nuts, which have quite a following in town, I gotta tell you.
Yep.
They do. Like, people want these.
Yes,
They seek
they're in
these.
area businesses, but we sell them that day at the Pancake Festival.
you
So
too.
if people come to the festival, so with your ticket, you get a full breakfast, pancakes, obviously, made by some of Lancaster's finest chefs.
Flippers.
The flippers.
Finest flipper?
Yes. and sausage and juice and coffee and whatnot. But really what you get is that sense of community, Tina, that I think everyone likes that tradition.
Yes, and making a huge positive difference in our community.
Yeah, for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the park. What are some of the other things that you would like to share with folks that you do with Kiwanis?
So one of the big things that we do that I think a lot of people aren't aware of is that every month when our board meets, and we've got the Kiwanians, there's nearly 100 of us, but then there's a board as well. One of the things we do every single month is listen to requests from the community. So we fund a lot of projects quietly that people don't know that we fund. We may have an Eagle Scout come to us and say, I'm going to do this project and I would like a donation or some financial support to do that. Yeah. We've done everything from buy books for JFS to, for their circus night, where we've provided books for every child. We've done things where we've helped build benches. We've done bought adaptive equipment for students at Forest Rose. So we get asked a lot by other community entities and nonprofits and social services to help fund projects. And that's one of the greatest things we do. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars a year that goes to that. And then, of course, in addition, we have major projects, whether it's the All Abilities Park at Hunter Park. We do the Little League, which is all free. The Kiwanis Baseball League. A lot of people don't realize that's a free baseball league.
Oh, nice.
So we do that as well. And then here and there some smaller projects as well.
And we have guest speakers that come in and talk about the community and how these nonprofit organizations assist either the children or the families with children. And when we have these speakers come in, we invariably make a donation back to them. And we don't do that for all of our guest speakers because sometimes there's things in the community we need to know and understand and get updates from.
That may not speak to our mission.
Yeah,
right.
Elected officials or
yeah.
whatever. But as Temple said, we make tens of thousands of dollars of donations because that's what we're about. And we can raise the money by selling nuts. We can raise money by selling pancakes. And we turn all that money right back in. And we got donors for the Pancake Festival that help us reduce our costs so that more money from every ticket that we sell goes back into the community. So it's a nice relationship that we have.
Absolutely. And you also have donors who will give tickets to those who have the opportunity just to come and get a free breakfast is what it would ultimately be.
In the last couple of years, what's happened is the Gift of Time event, which is an event for children and families. It takes place at Lancaster High School on the same day, December 3rd, at the same time. We have a lot of people, if they can't attend the Pancake Festival, we'll go ahead and purchase tickets, and we give those tickets to the families and the children that are attending the Gift of Time event. In addition to that, we also automatically give a bulk load of tickets to those.
Yes.
But there's hundreds of children and family members that attend the Gift of Time event, and so if somebody wants to make an impact or get involved with the Pancake Festival and can't attend themselves, that's a great way to do it. And like I said, you can either make a monetary donation or you can purchase the tickets and give them away yourself.
Now, I know that these gourmet mixed nuts are a fan favorite, I'll call it, with Kiwanis, and you all selling them. Do you sell them throughout the year or only during the holiday season?
We can only get them during the holiday season, and if every year in the last couple of years we've amped up how many we've purchased, and once they're gone, it's hard for us to get them back.
Between the banks and some of the antique stores in town,
Finance offices,
and some a very well-known shoe store in town, there's a lot of local places that sell these nuts, and people might go into the store to get the nuts and not necessarily partake on that trip because they know where to get them. And like Temple said, we have to wait for this year's crop to get ready for the fall. We don't have to wait for it. The nut guy does.
The nut people.
I thought you were the nut guy. Wait a minute here, Dave.
No, he's just
because
nuts.
earlier he was saying that he was the nut
He's just
king,
nuts,
actually, to
nut
sell
elves.
the nuts.
Well, like there was one year where they had to switch up the mix, so because of a crop or whatnot. But they don't have peanuts in them. They're all gourmet nuts.
No peanuts.
They're all salted, roasted. They're
Gourmet.
Gourmet.
Do you happen
I think it's a French word.
Yeah.
Do you only have a certain number of them that you have available to sell?
Yeah, we
You
do.
do?
We do.
Yeah.
Did we get 5 pallets this year? 4 pallets?
Yeah, and I think there's almost 2,000 cans that we're going to sell this year, and it's amazing how quickly they go, but they have a shelf life of about 15 months. So when my last can at home is about to run dry,
How many do you have,
He
Dave?
hides them. He buries them in his backyard, and then he goes and digs them up when he needs one.
sometimes we give them away. Sometimes.
That's what I was going to say.
Sometimes.
Right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Now,
that's
all
what I
the
was
men
gonna
in
say.
my family get one.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's awesome
Dad,
to
father-in-law, son-in-law, they all get one.
get for a nut lover.
And they're very
Gourmet
nutritious. I'm reading the back of the label. It's got a lot of zeros
Yeah, I can't
of
read
bad
that.
things in it.
Zeros, and they're
Yeah.
good things.
And
Nuts
then
have
it's
good
got
things
Right.
a
in
lot
them.
of the good things.
But it's for the kids, so
Oh, yes.
it's
That's
a good
right.
investment.
It's not about us
Right,
at all.
right, no,
Those nuts are
no.
not about us eating them or
not
anything.
at all.
It's kind of about
like that.
Kiwanis.
There's a can of these in my car that mysteriously all the pecans are gone. There's a bunch of cashews, but no pecans. I
Dave?
don't know who went through
Nope.
them.
Nope.
And if it was Dave, he's
Nope.
not going to
Pick
admit
and
it
choose.
anyways.
I have a granddaughter
No,
that
but
only
you-
likes the cashews, so it works out.
I used to be that person, that child, I should say. What is your very favorite thing about Kiwanis before we go over again when the Pancake Festival is?
We've been talking about it. That we have projects that have to do with the children of our community, and oftentimes the parents of those children. And if we're going to be a do-good club, and we do do good work,
Oh, yeah.
that why not pick and help the children? And it's for Lancaster and Fairfield County. So we have a reach that goes a little bit outside of just Lancaster, and we're very happy to do that. Very happy to do that.
Wonderful.
Great mission, great people. Yeah,
Yes.
it's good stuff.
Very good.
stuff.
One more time, who would like to share? It is the Kiwanis Pancake Festival. It's coming up when?
First Saturday in December. This year is December 3rd from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Lancaster High School. And Kiwanis meets on Wednesday at the Connection West if you want to come join and see what we do there.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
always looking for
yes.
members. We'd
Okay,
love
good.
to have that. We always talk about succession planning. It's important. So, the great news is we've had members that have been there for 50 years, but, we want to make sure that we've got more members that are going to be there for 50 years. So
Absolutely.
come join us. We have a lot of fun.
Learn from one of the older, not that you're
Mature.
older, Dave. by
Yeah.
any means.
Mature.
No.
We talked about maturity earlier. It is
Yeah.
called mature.
By the way, neither one of us are mature, so you might as well stick with older.
Oh,
it's
there
more.
you go.
It's
more appropriate.
it's more appropriate. Yeah, we're old. We're
Yeah.
not mature.
Yeah. Truth and news.
So you can show up the day of if you don't
Please
get a ticket
do.
in advance.
Yeah,
There's
please
not a
come see
limited
us. We'd
amount
love to
you
have
can
you.
come.
Yep.
Yep, we don't
Wonderful.
turn anyone away.
Perfect.
So we'll see you December 3rd.
Dave Smith, Temple Montanez, board member, Kiwanis of Lancaster. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tina.
Folks, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a minute. It is Down Here with Tina.
Can I visit my doctor online?
Our providers offer telehealth appointments that fit your schedule. allowing you to get the care you need when you need it. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I have Erin Rebo. She is the committee chair for an upcoming event. We're going to find out about it. It might be the first year, but I am not always in the know about things. That's why I have those folks like Erin with me. It is a Silent Night in Sugar Grove, a traveling nativity play. Hi, Erin. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for making the time to come and visit with me and chat with me, just to share with the folks in the community outside of Sugar Grove about this traveling nativity. So what is this event all about?
So it's actually a very interesting event. You said maybe first year. Actually, it's not. My sources tell me that this is the 27th year.
And how do I not
Yes.
know this? I'm from Sugar Grove. Now, mind you, I did graduate before then. So
Yes.
yes, it's been
Yes.
quite a minute since I've been hanging out in Sugar Grove. But so
You know, honestly, I didn't know about it until I got involved about 13 years ago. So it's easy to kind of, because I moved away for a while and,
Yeah,
not sure
then
what
I
you did
did.
as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So it started in the mid-90s as a program that all of the churches put on with the community. There was a tree lighting, different things that happened, and has continued on through that. Each of the churches in the community would do about a 20 to 30 minute program, and then all the attendees would then walk to the next church. They would do their program and vice versa. And then they would finish with a community reception with cookies and hot cocoa and punch and all of that good stuff. And a chance really just for everybody in the community to come together and
Yes.
celebrate what the season's all about. People, friends, those we love, that kind of stuff. So really, very a lot of fun. But this year we wanted to do something a little different. So instead of just planning the date together and the timing together, we decided that we were going to really work together on the entire program, so that it was something that was cohesive going from one church to the next. And it's really, I don't know if I would call it non-denominational or interdenominational, but
Yeah.
it's for everyone. It's really just for everyone. And so this year what we're doing is a traveling nativity play. So we are starting at Sugar Grove United Methodist Church, and we will have the Burn Union Brass Ensemble will be playing there.
Nice.
Then we start our play and begin with, the angel visiting Mary and telling her that Jesus is about to come. And then we take it from there and we move on to St. Matthew's Lutheran Church. And there we have the Burn Union Chamber Choir, who's going to do some pieces for us. And then we continue the play with Mary greeting her cousin Elizabeth, and then Joseph and Mary going on to Bethlehem and finding out there's no room in the inn. Our shepherds are going to meet everyone at the Lutheran Church and walk everybody then to St. Joseph Catholic Church, where we have the Sugar Grove Youth Brass Quintet making their debut appearance, and following them doing the kids playing a few selections, we'll finish off the play with the shepherds and then the coming of the Magi to visit the baby Jesus. And at the very end, again, most important part, fellowship, cookies, hot cocoa, punch, all of that. But it's going to be on Sunday, December 4th. Beginning at 6:30 p.m. at the Sugar Grove United Methodist Church. And there's no price, no tickets, just open to anyone who wants to come and enjoy the holiday season, get to be part of the community and really kind of that feeling of community and togetherness.
Oh yeah. Are the actors the same actors in each place that you go, or are they different?
No, actually, good question. So no, each church is providing their actors, their members, the parishioners are the actors.
Nice.
We're actually in some way sharing because some
Yeah.
parts couldn't be covered, so we're helping each other out and jumping in to do that. But so each place you go, you'll see a little bit different grouping of people, and really trying to get as many people in the community involved as possible.
I think this is so wonderful, because it is interdenominational, or as you had said it, I believe that churches are coming together just to present something and working and doing their own piece of it, instead of doing it, working differently and having folks just, oh, who came up with this idea? I mean, do you guys have a committee and stuff? Because
We
you
do.
said you're committee chair. So is this the same one for years now, or a little different?
It has fluctuated. It has fluctuated with different members, but this year we actually have a much bigger committee than we had in years past. There's 12 of us on the committee from each of the churches, and I'm not real sure how I ended up as committee chair. Yeah, those things happen, but I'm just an amazing committee of people helping, and they're just doing a wonderful job. But actually, this idea originated this summer, where Sherry Smith from from the Lutheran Church and I were talking at a community party in the summer, and talked about how we really would like to see something that's more cohesive, that we're working together a little bit more. And so coming from that, I reached out to a group of moms in our church and said, hey guys, I need some ideas. And then Amanda Northrup, one of our parishioners and moms extraordinaire, said, well, what about something like a progressive dinner, where you go from house to house and have the next course? And from that sparked the idea to do this. So I wrote the play, and we went from there.
Now, I know Sugar Grove is not a very large village.
No,
so
it's very small.
Are you asking folks to walk themselves to each of these locations, or drive?
They can drive if they want to, but we prefer walking if they can. It's not very long distance.
Right.
It's just pretty close.
Blocks.
Yep. Yeah. We have luminaries out to light the way, the path from one church to the other. Actually, even after they play at the church, at the Methodist Church, the brass choir actually will go out and play, caroling, as it were, from place to place.
I was just thinking maybe they'll Christmas carol on their way over.
Well,
so those who live in the village can hear it.
Can hear
you've
it
already
as they
thought
go.
of it.
Yep,
That's awesome.
We've got it going. Yeah. So it is walking, but certainly people can drive if they need to.
Yeah, and it is all wheelchair accessible.
Oh yeah, it's all flat, very easy to go.
Yeah,
and there's so little traffic, and because we do have things kind of blocked off, actually most people just walk down the center of the road. It's just a big mass of people going from one church to the next.
I think it's such a neat idea, and I would hope that other communities might consider doing something like this as well, because it is really, really neat. And what a fun thing to do with the family. You don't get to go out and see Christmas lights or things like that. Again, it is on Sunday, correct me if I'm wrong, December 4th.
Yes.
It begins at what church then?
At the Sugar Grove United Methodist Church at 6:30 p.m.
Perfect, wonderful, and just bundle up, because you never know. It's Ohio.
It'll be,
Is it weather inclement or
no matter what?
No matter what, still doing it.
As long as we're not a level 2 or level 3 snow emergency, we will be having this.
Wonderful.
We will definitely be having
Wonderful,
this.
Erin. Thank you so very much for taking the time to be with me. Folks, I hope that you will get to make it out to Sugar Grove coming up on December 4th. And again, no tickets. It's completely free. And what a great way to spend the evening seeing this nativity come alive right before your eyes, and a few different churches in Sugar Grove. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. It's Down Home with Tina.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
It took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
Down Home with Tina is brought to you by these wonderful sponsors, as well as one of them is Fairfield Town Crier. It's the Good News newspaper, folks, and you can always check them out. They should be coming and you should be getting them. Oh, it depends on where you are, but it is, well, I guess every other week you're going to get one. So you can check them out, and you can also check out my ad in there. Very nice, Esther at Town Crier, and all that they do. It's fun community things to share of what's happening in written form, but you get the TV form right here. And I want to go ahead and share with you folks some of the gifts I had mentioned earlier in the show that I have received throughout the years, with it being, you know, that gift shopping time, not quite giving. Some folks have their holiday gatherings a little sooner, and sometimes businesses will as well, and have their company parties and such. But I thought it would be kind of fun just to share with you a couple of the favorite things that I know for myself that I've liked throughout the years. And there are also things that I have learned about that are nice to buy for myself if I don't get it as a gift, but sometimes it'd be nice to get as a gift. I'm not saying it for me, I'm just maybe helping that fella that's out there, or if you have somebody that is a woman-to-woman gift and you don't know what to get her. Something that I really have liked that I have found, and I don't know why it took me so many years to figure this out, is a nice crossbody bag that you can carry enough stuff around that you want to go shopping, because I have a purse that is so heavy that it hurts my back. I literally have to make sure I get a grocery cart, even if I get a couple of things. It's so ideal to have another smaller bag if I want to go shopping for the day. You know, speaking of shopping, and you know, go ahead and get something for yourself if you want as well. I don't have a whole lot of time, folks, so I got to go on and move on with some of the other things that would be fun for you to get. Something I had done was went on a trip recently, and I found a doll, a baby doll. This is for a young girl, a toddler even, and it's called Coral Doll. And the doll itself is a soft body, cute little, perfect first baby doll for a little kid. Doesn't have any hair. It's eyes shut when you lay it down. It's got a vanilla scent to it. It was one of those dolls. I first saw the brand at a mall in Western New York years ago, and I recently ran into it at a store in Bowling Green that you're going to find out all about in the next show. Yeah, I guess a little tag on. I want you to cliffhanger on, watch the next show so you know what store I'm talking about. But anyways, it's a really cool doll, perfect again for a young girl. Also jewelry. I don't think you can ever go wrong with jewelry. Ava Jewelers is a local jewelry store in downtown Lancaster, and they also do custom jewelry. If you have a piece of jewelry or a gem or something that you would like reset, you can go in there, and they have their repair shop. They have the custom jewelry. I would check them out as well. Also had Kiwanis on earlier in the show. So if you have a man, you have absolutely no idea what you want to get, and they can have, and they like the gourmet mixed nuts, reach out to one of them. They only have a limited number of those cans of those gourmet nuts that you can purchase. That's always, food I think is always just such a fun thing, and that's kind of healthy food. Something else also that I would recommend is if you don't want to go spend a whole lot of money, you want to talk to your family about doing something for elderly at a nursing home, you can always go purchase some of the things that they like, or like non-slip slippers. You can also get, or socks. You could also purchase, some of them like the crossword puzzles and things like that. That's it. That's all I want to give you. Maybe I'll get to some more later on, but we've got a few shows left before we get to Christmas. Folks, thanks so much. You've been watching the Down Home with Tina show. God bless and good day.